Hello, welcome back. I thought I would walk out into the big pasture where the donkeys are currently and take a visit with them, maybe see some of the goats out in the back pasture. But instead, despite the fact that it's absolutely magnificent weather, the skies are blue, there's a breeze, the temps are cool, there's no humidity. Nobody's out to visit with me. So I'm out here like a silly goose all by myself. That isn't the terminology that was going to come to mind, but that's the one we're going to go with. I'm out here like a silly goose. Oh, deer running through. Not sure you caught the tail end of her tush as she went by. Apparently I disturbed her, so at least somebody was out here with me. We'll see if the rest of the herd comes through or not. I don't think so. I don't hear them. All right, at any rate, so I thought I would just visit with the donkeys, and I was going to talk to you a little bit about my latest Sheep and Fiber Festival. I sort of mentioned I was going and how I was preparing in previous videos, and I also mentioned how I screwed up in my preparation, and then we were off schedule for a while. We're still off schedule, but we will get there. We're going to get better. We're going to get back to it. I'm back to the regular posting. I just am not up to speed on my grooming and getting you guys some grooming videos. So that's coming. I promise we're going to get there. But anyway, I did want to just mention, these in-person events are always so special. I know they're local, and if you're not local and you're listening to me, I get it. You can't be there. But when I have a chance to meet with some folks who have watched a video or two, have used our products or tried, something, it's just such a nice time, right? I have yet to meet anyone at any of these in-person markets and events that I go to that isn't just superbly pleasant, always positive. Sometimes they have some feedback for me, don't get me wrong. I've had a couple that come marching in with some ideas. But it's such a nice conversation, right? I'm open to feedback. I'm open to your opinions, and I want to hear your thoughts. They don't have to align with mine. They don't have to match what I'm saying or doing. And that discourse, when handled appropriately, and it is every time, you guys are fabulous, is amazing. So I had a couple of folks who came to see me just because of the videos, and that was very flattering and really nice, and I absolutely adored that interaction. More than that, I had folks who had tried our product, our soaps for the most part, some of our lotions, and come back because they really did enjoy it, right? So I know sometimes you pick up a bar or two because you think it's helping out the farm, and it is, don't get me wrong, but the intent and the reason I do this is because it's a quality product that you should like and want to use more of. So when you come back for more, you make my day. When you try it the first time, I'm thrilled to death. I can't wait for your feedback. And when you come back for more, make my day. But I did have a couple of folks who came to see me and wanted to chat a little bit. One about the recipes, right? So I have somebody who was very interested in using our products, but can't because one of the oils that I use, they have a sensitivity to. Can I do anything about that right this very second? I can't. But does that mean that I won't think about maybe reformulating something and making an offering for folks that have a sensitivity to that oil that I had not thought about when I originally formulated? Why not? If I can do it, I'm not going to add a fourth recipe to my profile. That gets too complex. I have 3 recipes now. But if I can modify one of the recipes and eliminate that oil, replacing it with something with similar properties, demonstrate that the performance is still what I want it to be, the quality is still what I want it to be, yeah, that's something I'll entertain. And I would never know to do it if you didn't tell me you had the sensitivity, right? I already have formulations for folks with sensitivity to tree nuts, which to me I thought was what I needed to cover. I also have a recipe for folks that are sensitive to mango, because that seems to be a popular sensitivity. But this one was new and hadn't been thought about. I'm sure there's not a huge demand for it, but that doesn't mean I may not be able to accommodate it. So I really appreciate somebody bringing it to my attention, talking to me about it, and perhaps having the patience to wait it out, because formulation does not happen overnight. There's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of testing that has to happen, and soap takes 6 weeks to cure before it becomes, in my opinion, saleable. That's a minimum. There are folks who do it a lot less than that. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that's not my process. Okay, so don't come at me. If you go 4 weeks and not 6, that's your choice. I'm not saying that's a wrong choice. It's just not my choice. I prefer to give a full 6-week cure. That essentially eliminates all the moisture. It hardens the bar. It makes the bar last longer. And since you usually don't go home and throw it into your shower right away, right? You may wait another week or two. That just enhances the performance. And my bars will last a long time as a result. One of the folks that came to see me let me know that they had purchased 2 of my Happy Ending packs. Those are sampler packs. They're small, thin slices of soap from my batches. They're essentially the crusts of the bread, right? The ends of the loaf of the soap. And she had purchased 2, so that meant she got somewhere between 10 and 12 pieces. The boxes are, 5, 6 pieces. They're based on weight, not count. But somewhere between 10 and 12 pieces is about the average for 2 boxes. And a year later, so same festival as she bought it at last year, she's just now finishing up her last piece and needed more. And that's amazing to me, right? Like, that's perfect feedback that tells me that my soaps are performing in the field the way I want them to, and that my customers are getting the value that I want them to get out of our product. So loved those conversations. I had another conversation with actually multiple people asking for a particular formulation, again, something using tea tree oil. And again, this was multiple customers in the same event. Love to hear that. Love to chat with folks about what they want. I don't know if I can formulate with tea tree oil. I've tried it before and it did not work for me. So instead I had found an alternative that did work, and I use eucalyptus oil. Similar properties to tea tree, not exactly the same. Once again, don't come at me. I know they're different. Feel free to tell me your experiences in the comments, because it may drive my, may actually encourage me to play around with tea tree oil again. But it did not work for me when I was working with it the last time I tried. And I just was not able to meet my quality standards with it. Absolutely willing to try again if there's, an interest, and based on these conversations there is. So yeah, these are the discussions I love to have. I love to chat with you in person. And when I can't chat with you in person, chat with me online, email, text, comments. I read them all. I respond to them all. Sometimes I'm slow at it, but I get there, and I will get to you. If you've connected with me somehow electronically, I will get to you. I promise. I try and do it every day. Life is not always perfect, but I really do try and get back to you within a reasonable time frame if you've tried to reach out to me. Last but not least, and I know this video is getting long, but I did have a few folks who wanted to talk to me about some of the videos that I've put out, right? Particularly the ones on plants. Those seem to be the ones that drive the most controversy, comically enough. So yeah, you know, we had a couple of really fun conversations around my pokeweed rash. There's a lot of debate whether or not I actually had one. And I find that hilarious. I really do. And I love you guys for it. But, you know, yeah, I had the rash. I had the painful burning blisters, and it was at the place that the plant touched. And like, yes, it absolutely was that. I know that there are some people that told me that I couldn't possibly have that and that I didn't have a rash. And that's okay if you don't want to believe me. We're going to cross over into the buck pasture. It's just easier for me to head into the barn this way. But yeah, those are really fun conversations. I am a real human being. I have real human experiences. And they may not be the same as yours. And they may make my opinions different than yours. And I love to hear that because it opens my eyes to a different perspective. Don't hold back. Comment. Give me your feedback. Give me a shout out. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Let me know what you don't like. And if you've tried our products, let me know what you think about them. I'm always looking to improve. I'm always looking to learn. And you guys have really educated me a lot over this last 6 months or so with this video journey. And I'm going to continue to get educated and get better. And I really hope that you come along with me for the journey. Thanks for being here this long. Oh my God, I didn't realize I had that much to say. Have a fabulous day wherever you are in this world. The baby pen is just about empty, but my little turkeys and my guineas say hi. The bucks are in the stall. Everybody's in their stall, but I am enjoying the gorgeous weather and the gorgeous views. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind, and I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.